right here on episode number 20. Doing this Superman review. We gonna break it down and talk about it, give you our thoughts, how we felt about it. No, nobody could do it like we do it over here. So y'all need to hop in that chat, drop a let us know you're watching. But I gotta bring in my co-host live from the east side. He comes from the slap a whole tribe. No lie, we don't die, we multiply. What up, Mac? With the fresh Friday jersey.
What up?
Okay, I see you. Chilling, chilling,
What
chilling.
up, though?
You know what we do. You know what we do. We dropped that first impressions video, but we couldn't really get no spoilers away, so we here to talk about them spoilers and the details we couldn't talk about in our first impressions video. And then we got the man from Skunkle, smelling like Funkle. Not your mother's brother. What's the word? That's Uncle Bird right there.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Let's get this started.
Yeah, let's get it started, man. You ready? You sound like you ready.
Ready. Long time
All
coming.
right. Pause, sir. Don't start the show out
Hey,
like
teed
that.
up immediately.
Start
Already. Dang. That wasn't
might
even
be a
two.
new
It
record.
was 2 minutes. Yeah, it was. It was. That was immediate.
Yeah, that might be a new record, sir. We're not going
That is
for it.
crazy. Yeah, we don't. This is not that type of show.
We got G in the chat already. What up, G?
What up, G?
Sending love. Appreciate you jumping in the chat. All right, first thing we got on the menu here, we got this new Funko Bloody Batman. Is this a thing? Do y'all know about this? Let me know.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I don't. Is he like eating a heart or something? Like, what is that about?
He's got the batarang in his hand.
I know about it, sir.
Oh, maybe he's licking the batarang. That's crazy work. That is crazy work.
Yes.
Is this like a vampire Batman or something? No.
Possibly. Or maybe you got some of the man bat serum or something. Turn him into a vampire bat. I don't know.
I don't know. That's pretty dark, though. That's pretty dark, Funko.
Especially the colors. I mean, the black and white, and shaded or whatever, pencil texture almost.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting.
Oh, we got Penny in the chat. What up, Penny? Sorry about the extreme close-up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really digging this. I don't know what it's about, though. Like, I don't know if this is some weird story I never read that I need to get up on. I don't know. Pause. Crazy work. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. All right, so next up, Warner Brothers just dropped a new poster for Mortal Kombat 2 on the left here. What y'all think about the poster, Mac? He's no thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Mortal Kombat Dragon. It's pretty basic. I don't think there's anything. It looks all right. I'm not. It's not anything to write home about.
He's fucking fried. Yeah, I think it looks dope. I mean, that's cool. Nothing special about it. But then they dropped this. So they dropped this in-universe trailer for Uncaged Fury. So basically, the premises of this is Carl Urban is playing Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. But as we know, Johnny Cage is like a movie star, the character. So Johnny Cage, what they did was drop like a in-universe movie trailer for Johnny Cage in his own movie, set in this universe called Cage Fury. And it's just like a comedic little trailer. And I was wondering, Mac, what'd you think of this? You seen this?
No,
All right.
I have not.
You haven't seen this. Really? That's
No.
interesting.
Well, yeah.
Because I swear,
We just watched it, bro.
Oh, we did.
man.
Yeah, 5 minutes
We did
before we
watch
were
Hey,
on.
bro. Hey, bro. I'm gonna need you to put the marijuana down.
What?
Oh, geez.
This
Oh
man,
man, that is crazy.
Unc, what'd you think of this trailer?
I thought it was classic. It was great. I want to see it. It's just hilarious. All the Johnny Cage mannerisms and moves kind of showed off. Yeah, it's
Hey,
hilarious.
when he put his glasses on with the middle finger. Yeah, like I wasn't really sure if Carl Urban was gonna get what Johnny Cage to me was all about. And like immediately when I watched this trailer, I was like, "Oh, he gets it. Like he gets it. Johnny Cage is a douchebag, right? Like,
Show
so
off.
what?
He says he's a bit of a show off.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but Johnny Cage is also like he's kind of like a representation of that '80s action star kind of.
Yeah.
All of them kind of combined.
Didn't they
So
have a they had a Van Damme skin for him? I think in one of the Mortal Kombats.
yeah, yeah. Just the most recent one, I think.
Was it? Okay.
Mac, no thoughts on Uncaged Fury?
No, no, sir.
This man, dear Lord.
All right.
All right, moving on. Then we have new images. So I guess they did like this Fantastic Four. Like I guess it was it's like a pop up shop kind of deal. But I'm not sure where this was at. So it's kind of like a Comic Con event, but I'm not sure what country this was in. I know it wasn't in the US. But another kind of like one of them walk in and see wherever that's, you could read in the background a little bit there.
Well, it looks Spanish.
Yeah, so, but I'm not sure exactly where this was at. But they had like this stand up little mock versions of the thing and different characters and like did like when you walk through, like they I think we showed off an Avengers one that they had at like a Japanese Comic Con or something.
I thought they had a Fantastic Four, like almost like the kitchen setup in there or something.
Yeah, yeah, they have different setups. They had like chairs with them, the props in the background you could take pictures with. And then they gave us a closer look at the Fantastic car and some like almost advertising promo for it, like if car dealership was selling it. Mac, you digging the Fantastic car?
It's cool.
Yeah, I like
Bird?
it. I mean, it gives you that speed racer vibe, you know,
And
Yeah, yeah,
speed racer and stuff.
yeah. And
Bump.
I could see how some people could look at it and be like, it's not comic accurate, right? But did we really want to see him flying that box car around like and it splits? Like I think this is way cooler. It's a way cool a cool redesign. And you always hear about like the Batmobile and certain vehicles, in comic book lore, more so than others. And like, I think it's cool the Fantastic Car is going to finally get like a cool movie redesign, like the Batmobile's got so many times. And it's just cool to see a new iteration of it. And I imagine when they come in the MCU with the 616 with the other heroes, you'll see another iteration of the Fantastic Car, like the Batmobile, where you start seeing different versions each movie or whatever. But this is a cool retro futuristic version, I think, and I think it's dope.
Yeah. Now we need to see the Spidey car.
I don't think we need that.
The what?
The Spidey car.
Yes, there's toys where Spidey had a car and
Wasn't it animated, the early animated series too?
Spider-Man don't need a car. He swing through the city.
Yeah,
He
they could be
swing
driving
through the city. He don't need a car.
Yeah, right.
You don't need a
Yeah.
car, bro.
And then they put out some like mock advertisements, like if they were the celebrities and superheroes at their time, you can imagine they'd have some advertising deals coming their way, in the 60s too. So they put out these little mock advertisements, Yancey Street clothers, Mirage gloves, different products they could be selling back in the 60s, which these are dope to me. I think it's good marketing. That's one thing I was gonna say about the Fantastic Four has had fantastic marketing. Like whoever's doing their marketing right now is killing it. They get it. They get what they're doing. Because they might not. This their next movie's probably not gonna be set in the '60s, so this is their chance to really capitalize off all that theming. And and then the thing that shit's funny, bro. Relief for every type of skin. They got Ben looking at you with his skin all cracked. Like it works. I don't know about that, Ben.
I got the smoothest rocket.
Sir, smooth as what? Whoa, smooth as what? Whoa.
No, sir. We said this is not that type of show,
I
bro.
didn't say stones. I didn't.
No. Chill out.
I guess aftershave with no afterburn. How about that?
Relax, buddy. Relax.
He's trying to switch the subject, start talking about Johnny Storm. No, sir. We're not letting lines like I got the smoothest rock ever slide. Not over here.
No.
You get teed up immediately when you say something like that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But like I said, good marketing, man. Because, it's funny. Aftershave with no afterburn with Johnny Storm. Good marketing, bro. They're smart. And then you got these Time magazine covers with all of them.
More and afterburn.
Yeah, before and after. I tell you what, bro, Vanessa Kirby, ooh-wee, best Sue Storm I think we've ever got. And I ain't even seen the movie yet.
Jessica Alba was a beast too. Come on, man. You would smash Jessica Alba.
I love. I had a childhood crush on Jessica Alba, so there's no
okay. All
denying
right.
that.
So don't do that. Don't do that.
But now
you said the best Sue Storm
ever.
But
now, Mister, we're in our OG era, and everybody people need to know that Vanessa looking mighty fine at my age. That's all I'm saying. and I'm just saying
okay,
also
comic
accurate. She looked just like Sue Storm, bro. Way more than Jessica Alba looked like Sue Storm.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked ripped out the comic Sue Storm, to me.
I mean, she cool. Yeah. Like I said, she cool.
And I think we're gonna see her take a big leadership role on this team.
That's fair.
And then we got some magazine covers here, Herbie's Fantastic Guide to Dinner.
No, Herbie. Not Herbie.
Mhm.
Not Herbie. Get her, Herbie. Get her.
Get her, Herbie.
Oh, great. Yeah, Herbie.
You're never gonna be able to forget that now.
Never in life.
And then you got the new Fantastic Four Crocs, Mac. I know you picking these up.
No, bro. I'm not a big Crocs fan.
Yeah, I'm not either. But I know a lot of people that work in healthcare, and they wear these. A
Oh, yeah,
lot of
that's cool
people
for
in
them.
healthcare
Yeah,
wear these. Yeah,
that's cool for them. But I'm just saying, I'm not a Croc guy. I'm not a Croc guy.
yeah. I've never wore a pair, so I couldn't tell you if I am or not. But I know I never wore a pair.
Steel toe.
I
guess he works in the kind of environment that requires steel toes, apparently. So,
okay.
And then I thought this was a really dope shot here that they released with Herbie looking over Franklin Richards, babysitting, but in the background, looming in the window, you got Galactus. Like this movie, bro. I cannot wait for this movie. And then we got a new shot of the Silver Surfer.
I like the way it looks, I mean, the reflection off of her.
Yeah, I watched an interview with the actress who plays her, and she said basically like they were asking her a bunch of questions, because they were asking her because her little line went viral on TikTok where she's like, I herald your and I herald Galactus, or whatever. So that went viral on TikTok, and they were asking her like, what made you say it the way you said it? And she was like, I was just acting like, whatever and whatnot. And then they asked her something about like what's different about this Silver Surfer or something, and she said like this Silver Surfer has feelings. And what's crazy is that's the polar opposite of what I picked up from her when she said that. She seemed, I said on the last stream, like she had no empathy. So it's going to be interesting to see her show that if she does, because she seemed stone cold when she was delivering that line,
Yeah, I mean, I seen it as like she's done this so many times, she just kind of disconnected from it. Like, just like,
yeah,
sorry, this is just the way it is, and
yeah, like she became numb to Galactus, working for Galactus, basically. Yeah, that's a good interpretation. It's almost like she's done it so many times.
Or she just wakes up angry like every other female creature on this planet. You never know.
Okay.
Way to potentially can I finish? Way to potentially alienate half of our viewership, Mac. Thank you.
All right.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
That's what he's here for.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm here for.
Alrighty.
That's hilarious. This man.
Oh,
And then a closer look at Galactus. This is one of the best still shots we've got of Galactus, I think.
Yeah.
Look at
his
Penny.
skin.
Penny in the chat. She said, "What?
My man's need to go to a dermatologist or something. His skin is fucked up.
Hey, you need to use some of that lotion the thing was selling."
Yeah, for sure. Something wrong with his skin.
Yeah, well, it almost looks like, I mean, that probably could be it, but it almost looks like there's a force field over his face, or potentially too, like, or something that help him breathe in space. I don't know. Or his skin does look effed up. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it don't look great. So,
But he does go around eating planets, though. So your
right.
skin would probably look like that too if you was going around eating planets.
I mean, he's definitely getting a lot of nutrients. So I don't know what the issue is.
Okay. He said a lot of nutrient.
I mean, that's what you need for good skin, I guess. The right. And he's eating the whole planet. He's getting everything. Vitamin A, B, C. I ain't gonna say the other one. You ain't gonna catch me, dog. Not over here. No.
He said, I ain't gonna say the other one.
Bird was waiting to throw a technical.
Nope.
All right. So, and then they put this out too.
We attempted to negotiate, but Galactus, he asked too high a price.
Well, what does he want?
What did he ask?
He asked for our child.
John, answer this! Are we safe?
Are we safe? I don't know.
Shit.
Line him up, Johnny!
She was right here.
And?
And Johnny thinks they had a moment.
Okay.
I get it.
Well.
Johnny loves space. Johnny loves women.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna charm her. Last question. So the surfboard, is that part of your body or is that...
So she dumped you already?
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four.
That's
I saw
hilarious.
stars and I could see me in her face.
Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
Okay. What you got to say about it, Mac?
That's pretty fucking funny. There's a lot of funny in those clips. Johnny used to be in Johnny.
Yeah. They got the characters. They figured them out.
Yeah.
And then like him saying he's gonna flirt with the Silver Surfer.
Yeah. That's him all the way.
What up, Cass?
They kind of almost gave away, I
He
think,
said-
some of the plot line.
Cass got us all in check. Wow.
Yeah. Woo-ha. That's crazy.
And we got a whoop over here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. For me, that Fantastic Four, like, I don't want to see any more of this movie. Like, I don't want to watch these little previews and stuff. I just want to go to the theater and watch this movie already. But
Yeah,
Gotta
did
put
you
on-
pick up on that where he said that he wanted Franklin, and then he'd leave the Earth?
That's,
oh yeah.
that's crazy.
That's
He said
that was. I think that's a big plot key there.
We got yeah, facts. We can run that back.
Take us through how you defeated Galactus. How we did.
We didn't.
Not yet. Not yet, we didn't.
We attempted to negotiate, but Galactus. He asked too high a price.
Well, what does he want?
What did he ask?
He asked for our child.
John, answer this! Are we safe?
Are we safe?
Hell no.
Hell no, you ain't safe. And that, yeah, like you said, that's a crazy. I mean, I kind of figured that was the plot point. Me personally, Franklin. There's a reason he's coming to their planet. I don't think just to
I mean,
feast.
is that the Galactus that Franklin turns into, coming back to like a pastime or something, or not?
We
You
don't
know,
we don't know.
there's too many things left in the air for that. Now,
Yeah. Well, maybe he's coming to their planet because Franklin's the true threat. You know what I mean? Maybe he knows Franklin Richards is the real threat to the universe or to the multiverse. So he's giving him an option. Either you give up your child on some ransom shit, or you know what I mean? Or I'm gonna devour the whole world. So that's crazy.
that was out there. I wasn't expecting that.
Not in a
That's a
little
crazy
quick.
place, bro. Give up your kid or save the world. That's crazy.
Yeah, it ain't happening. You already see they're not going for it. So seems like the next step is prepare for battle or escape the planet. Who knows?
Battle, then escape the planet. I'm sure.
Well, we seen Galactus comes to their planet, so we know that. So that movie's gonna be crazy. All right, so our last and final topic, we got this Superman spoilers review we talking about right here. Hopefully, y'all seen the new Superman James Gunn DC Studios movie, because we're talking spoilers right now. We're gonna talk about everything in the movie, our thoughts on it, and if you haven't seen it, we did put out a first impressions video. So basically, we went to the theater, checked this out, and right after we walk out the theater, we shot a little video and we put that out. It's like 3 minutes long, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And then we just share our initial thoughts without talking too much about the plot details in the movie. But this was cool. This was the second time, because first we went and seen Thunderbolts, and we did that for that, and then we went and did this. So this is the second time we went and seen a movie. I was hyped to see it, I think, more than Mac or Bird. I was actually I thought the trailers looks different, which it was very different from the Man of Steel or even the Christopher Reeves Superman. I knew it was going to be very different, but yeah, I was the most hype, I think, out the three of us to go see this movie. And you see, I bought the Superman merchandise and all that. I was hyped. It's hyped to go see this.
Yes, sir. Hyping it up for the last month, at least.
Yeah. So I kind of want to ask Mac, what you think of the new Superman, the new Clark Kent?
Trash. I thought it was hot garbage.
David Corn Sweat, or whatever his name is, Corn Sweat,
Was trash. How you gonna open them? This is just the way they open. The Man of Steel You open the movie, the man is still all broke up, bleeding internally. Get out of here, bro. You opened the movie like that, bro. Like that is crazy to me.
Yeah, well,
Mm,
in his defense, he got his ass kicked by a clone of himself. Since we're talking
clone-
spoilers.
I was gonna say a clone of himself and pretty much almost like a video game setup to control the clone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I wasn't feeling that.
It
I
was
thought
just kind
that
of weird.
was
You had too many people work, where it was just weird. Like
I
who's
definitely
putting what?
I definitely wasn't feeling that. Like every time they cut to Lex being like A3, F14, B5, I'm like, what the
Like
fuck? I'm like,
is this a
this is one of
movie or are we at bingo, motherfuckers? Like, what is this?
the yeah,
Brought out the bingo.
Like,
right,
what
right.
is this?
Yeah, I definitely wasn't feeling the bingo call outs. You know, I'm like, bro, like there's no way.
Crypto and Mr. Terrific was the best parts of that whole movie for me personally. They was the best thing in that whole movie, bro. Things.
We'll get to that. But let's
Guy
talk
Gardner.
about let's talk about this new Superman. For me, I'm gonna be like one of the first things that caught me a little bit off guard was like when they did the text at the beginning. They were like 3 hours ago this happened. 3 minutes ago, you know what I mean? They broke it down how many years ago, how many days ago, and they went through all that text at the beginning. And like one of the first texts was said something about like 3 years ago, Superman revealed himself as the most powerful metahuman. And I'm like, first of all, he's not a metahuman. He's an alien. The metahumans are humans with raised abilities from Earth. He's not even human nor meta-human,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that caught me off guard. And then, I don't know, like Max said, like what bothered me was most of this movie was Superman getting his ass kicked or getting disrespected by everybody. He was getting disrespected by Lois Lane, disrespected by other superheroes. He got kicked in his nuts in this movie. All types of craziness.
Well,
So,
people got after him. I mean, yeah, it was just like
They was throwing
crap.
trash at him.
yes, you know. So for me, I didn't have a huge issue with this actor or his portrayal because when there was times when he was on screen where I was like, oh, he's playing a pretty decent Clark Kent. He's playing a pretty good Superman. But it was like the motions they would put him through in the movie is what bothered me. Like, why is he getting his ass kicked by this Hammer or Borvoria guy or whatever? But then, later we find out it's a clone of him. Okay, that explains it. But then I'm thinking, like, why is Lex Luthor able to, A5, B6, and do these call outs faster than Superman can move or think, and then send that transmission to this clone Superman, and then he acts those actions out before Superman can react, but to his own self?
Yeah.
Like just the thought process of that, it was like that shit made me feel like it was like it reminded me of like something that would happen in like a Joel Schumacher Batman movie, like or something from back in the day, like when Batman got all goofy, Batman and Robin and all that.
Well, they really depowered Superman in this one, where he might be the power considered metahuman or whatever, the most powerful being on the earth, but like they really depowered him, where he was just, I don't know, he wasn't as
Getting his ass
durable, didn't seem as
kicked.
strong, didn't seem as
He was
fast.
getting scraped.
I mean, that kryptonite took him out pretty quick, even, you know.
I mean, he was in SL for quite a while.
Well, after that, but I'm just talking about when he initially got hit by it. It was like, I don't know. I just think they just depowered him.
They definitely like dumbed him down, you know. Like they found a way to make him look like the weak one in his own movie, which I didn't like. You know, but like I was saying, I didn't have so much an issue with the actor. It was more the writing, the story they put him in. All right, so and then we had Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
That's the point of this new origin take. Is what? What's the point? You got to tell me the point, Cowboy fan, Cowboys fan. You got to tell me that
So they can, I guess,
made him.
they can cockhold him in front of Lois Lane and everybody.
Made him smarter. How do you say he was smarter when he was just getting beat up by a clone of himself? How was he smarter?
He got pretty much beat up by his own self. I don't. But now I will say I like Green Lantern in this movie, and I did like Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
The writing was good. I don't know about that, bro.
That is
For
a
me,
matter of opinion right there.
for me, well, and that's what we're here to share. But I feel like the writing was all over the place in this movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, with him having Lex do a bunch of uh preset movements to this clone Superman to whoop Superman's ass. That's not good writing, bro. That's something a 5-year-old could come up with. Well, if I press F6 and I press F8 real fast, I can beat Superman if I have preset moves that he will do, and he won't know that I know that I know who he is because my guy is
What?
his guy because I
What?
cloned him. It don't make
Well,
sense,
yeah.
bro.
Hey, you,
It's
sir,
not.
sir, sir. That was crazy. That was crazy.
It's not good writing. That's
Oh,
not good writing to me.
no, it's not. It's not. That's true. It's not.
You know. But anyhow, wait. He got more to say. Let cranium in there laughing to make it more relatable. Depowered because in the opening crawl, like it said, he had only been a hero for like 3 years, and I get that he was like the newbie to, the Justice Gang and all them. I get like he didn't know how to superhero like these guys did, and I get that to an extent, but kicking him in the nuts and shit, bro. Come on now. Come on now. For a laugh. That was for a laugh in theaters. And guess who laughed in that theater when we was there? Like
I did.
three goofies laughed at that, and like everyone else was like, come on, bruh. We're kicking Superman in the nuts now. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
He said three. It was three goofies.
It was. You
Goofies.
heard like three goofies like, and I'm like, bro, don't laugh at that shit.
Oh shit.
But
But
moving on
I think it went along with the rest of the movie, though, kind of how they just played a lot of the stuff.
on a positive note, I really did like Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific though.
Oh yeah, they made the movie kind of.
Mr. Terrific needs his own origin story, in my opinion. Of our own movie,
I mean, I'd be cool with him getting his own spin-off series or whatever, movie, whatever. I'm cool with whatever, but I'd be cool with just the Justice Gang getting their own film.
Yeah,
I like their whole crew. I'm not gonna lie. I was digging
Yeah.
the back and forth that they had. That see, and
Yeah.
another thing about this movie to me is like it's a James Gunn movie, so my bar is super high. Guardians of the Galaxy, like the Suicide Squad movie he did was killer. Like, so my bar is super high for James Gunn. So a lot of this just didn't meet that bar. It didn't hit that bar for me. But when I seen these two, the way that, the Justice Gang in general, the way they interacted, I thought it was great. I could have watched a whole movie with Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific.
she was freaky. Hawker was freaky as fuck. That's oh man, that was just she didn't look right.
Well, we're gonna have to pause that comment, cowboy. We're not going for that. We're not going for that. You're getting teed up in the comment section. That's a technical foul, sir. Be careful. All right, Cranium. I was liking Lex Luthor until he started crying. Same here, bro. I was like, oh, this might be the best Lex Luthor we've ever got. Like James Holt was killing it. I was like, this might be the best live action Lex Luthor we ever got. And then he started that crying at the end. The fuck was he crying about? Cause he couldn't make people see him the way he wanted to be seen, and Superman seen the way he's seen Superman. Like he shouldn't have been crying about it, bro. He should have just went like, you know, more dark with it and made that suit. Like I thought that's another thing. I thought we was gonna see the Lex Luthor in the suit in this. They had toys of him in the suit. There was a image that we thought was him in the suit.
Yeah, no, that was actually the Iron whatever Bavarian dude.
Yeah, the Iron Barbarian dude.
Yeah, whatever.
The Hammer of Bavaria.
Yeah, whatever his name is. It was stupid.
Cowboy says he loved Rachel as Lois. What do we think of her?
No, I liked the Lois, the other Lois, the last Lois better.
Yeah, but we're not just comparing it to the last movie constantly. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that's what
No,
I'm doing.
I think
No, we're not.
That's what I'm doing.
Spot on.
Spoken like a true old head, Mac.
Mm-hmm. Big facts.
It ain't the music I grew up on.
Right. Trash.
You got so that's pretty much all y'all got to say. I liked Mr. Terrific's tech too and all that. Like I don't know too much about him, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to get like his origin story, like how he, you know what I mean, came up with the mind to even make it and control all of his tech and all that, and to figure it like he figured out like how to hack into that system and everything.
I like somebody to go back and watch Yohero and clip up all the segments of you talking about Mr. Terrific till now, because you were talking so bad about him when we first showed you images and stuff.
Hated everything.
Oh yeah, remember he said I remember
He's
some
nobody.
that. Oh, he was like, "Oh, look at this dude, blackface on blackface." Remember that? He said that.
I did. I did.
Now you want him to have his own movie and origin story and all this, right? This dude crazy. I knew something was gonna hit in this movie, and for me, it was the Justice Gang. I'm gonna be honest. And part of the Justice Gang, like Bird said, was Hawk Girl, and I tell you what, I liked her. I liked her on-screen presence. Her version of Hawk Girl, I was digging it, bro. Like some people I heard complaining about the screeching. I was like, yo, that's terrifying. If I heard that, I am running, bro.
Man, she's just coming out like that.
Yeah. And I actually think this Lois was dope. I thought this Lois was great. I'm with Cowboys fan on this one. I thought she was dope, bro. On a journalistic level, she was way more. She came across as way more a journalist than the last chick did. The last chick was just
I'll give you that.
Superman's like Mary Jane, where she was just there for the sake of being there, you know. But in this, she was like a hard hitting journalist, wanted to answer the real important questions, and didn't give a fuck if it pissed off Clark. And she looked the part. She looked more like Lois.
But how did she? But how did she know that that was Superman off top? Like, you know what I mean? Like they did that. They never explained that part. How she already knew that Clark was Superman.
Look
Well,
at the
Or
yeah,
maybe
movie.
after
I
they
was
were
just
dating, after they were
Oh,
dating, because I mean
I
in
that's
the movie.
well, I think it was part of that opening crawl segment where that 3 years had already passed, or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm sure he told her in between that, or she was starting to figure it out, and then, but like Cowboys fans say, yeah, the Mr. Terrific actor got justice for his role in X-Men First Class finally, where they killed him off. Yeah, he finally got to shine. A Lois series with her, I'm good on that. I don't need. That's just me. I don't need a whole series, off every spin-off character. I don't need a Jimmy Olsen series or any of that. I'm not interested. I'm of the mindset that we've been doing origin stories and superhero films for so long, and like we have to like slowly introduce these characters to audiences. I don't think we have to do that no more. I think just give us the comic books now, like just the colorful costumes, the storylines, and don't over explain things. Just tell the stories that need to be told, and give us these superheroes having epic battles like we read in the comics. I don't think we need no more Matrix style costumes and dumb. I think go for it, just go all out. We know what this shit is. So that for me, that's why, like, I'm not hating on what you had to say, but for me, I don't want a Lois series. Just because like some of them series like Gotham and stuff from DC back in the day, Batman wouldn't be in it. I just wasn't feeling it. I want to see the heroes we care about on the big screen. I'm tired of waiting 5-10 years between these movies. Just put the shit up there and let us get to the content we all want to see. So what y'all think Nicholas Holt as Lex Luthor?
He was all right.
yeah, I thought he
Yeah.
did all right. I mean, he was, and a lot of the scenes that he was in, and he got irate and stuff, and he seemed like he was really focused, and he had that cocky Lex Luthor attitude, and
And he
I
was better than the
go ahead, man.
Lex Luthor's before.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Like I said, I just didn't like how he was written. With the him, freaking out at the end, like crying and shit. Like I wasn't feeling that. But up until kind of that point, and like I said, I didn't like him having hotkeys to fight Superman. I wasn't feeling that aspect of him, but everything else, like I like how deliberate he was about taking out Superman, whether it was, going to the Fortress of Solitude, et cetera, et cetera. Like it was cool to see him like methodically kind of try to break down Superman, find a guy that controls elements to make kryptonite and all these things. Like he was like 10 steps ahead of Superman, throughout the movie up
That was a
until
nod to him and Gene Hackman too, because them the only two characters that ever went to the Superman's crib. If you think about it, them the only two actors that ever did was him and Gene Hackman.
well, Marlon Brando, if you count his dad.
Yeah, yeah.
But I anyways, and then you had Rick Flag Sr. in this movie, played by the old Crossbones actor.
Yep.
What y'all think of Rick Flag Sr.? I mean, he didn't have a major role.
No, I didn't. I didn't think he contributed that much. You know, had a
Yeah.
couple scenes. he was pretty much out of the picture. I thought
he got more action as Crossbones than he did as in this movie.
yeah.
And he looked like he'd been doing powder for the last, I don't know, however many years. That's
I
what I
mean,
thought.
Crossbones didn't get much action if you think about it. Once he was suited up, he got thrown in that little energy bubble by Wanda and exploded, and that was it. Like,
But I'm saying as far as like spots in the movies, in the movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, he probably had more screen time in this movie.
Yeah. It's kind of a non-factor, really.
Cowboy says, love the scene down in the office where Soup tears him down with his speech about humanity with Lex. Yeah, that was dope. Mike G Outcast Cass saying that Nicholas Holt looks like powder.
He does. That's true, Cass. That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, he do. He do. He looked like he trying to do his best cosplay of what was that dude's name that played Professor X in the movie X-Men First Class?
Oh yeah.
McAvoy, you know.
Yeah, he trying to do his best McAvoy impersonation in First Class. Penny wants to know what your opinion, Mac, is on Lex's girlfriend. Well, we were going to get to that. We'll get to that, Penny. We'll get to that. So before we get to that, Metamorpho, I kind of want to know the chat what y'all thought about Metamorpho, and I want to know what Mac and Bird thought about Metamorpho.
I mean, he had his son was being held hostage. He was good. He did what he had to do. Then he started helping Superman after he almost killed him. I thought that was a nice gesture. Oh, I'll help you. But he kind of got blackballed. But he was cool though. He
Whoa,
didn't say too much.
he got what? Whoa,
Oh man,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
oh,
We're not doing that over here.
Oh my god. Shit. He was cool though.
Yeah, I thought he was all right. He got a little whiny too in this though. He started crying like a bitch too, and that shit pissed me off.
Oh, it did tell us how you really feel.
I just did.
that's what I was going to say, man.
You had Superman crying like a bitch in this movie. You had Metamorpho crying like a bitch in this movie.
Lex
You had
cried
Lex
like a bitch.
crying like a bitch in this movie. I don't like when they take our heroes and make them cry like bitches on screen for everybody. Or our villains for that matter, Yeah. Cass says she got braids and a lining.
A crispy one too, Cass. She got a crispy lineup. Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah. So what y'all think of Engineer? That's the crispy lineup chick.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, she was pretty cool. I think she had some good fight scenes a little bit. I don't know. She just looked. The way it looked in the film, she just looked like her body was weird. Like I don't know.
Oh, he didn't like her body, huh?
No, I mean,
so now you're body shaming her. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like her body. It didn't do nothing for me.
We're really pissing off our female viewers with this one.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know, it was the CGI, when they were doing saw things or whatever, but when she moved,
when her nanobites when she was using her nanobites,
it just looked weird, like awkward, like I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought the concept of the character was cool, but
yeah, the CGI on some of the nanotech did look a little cheap, a little weird. Wow, he said her braids, she got braids and a lining, extra crispy, deep fried. That's great. All right, so like Penny was asking, Mac, what's your opinion on Lex's girlfriend?
She was a dingleberry. She reminded me of Kelly Bundy off of Married with Children. She was so stupid. She was
Yeah.
dumb.
Hated her.
But was she dumb? Because she took all that evidence in her selfie photos.
Yeah. But that was probably that was smart, but she
Was
was
it
dumb.
smart, or is she just a grimy bitch like the rest of these hoes out here?
Yeah, that's gonna help our people.
Wait, I didn't mean that. Can we cut that out the show?
Oh no, it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cass said DSLs. I assume you're referring to the girl on the right. I would agree. I don't even know who she. I don't even know who she was, but
yeah,
That's can't.
I liked it.
Like a
I
Fox
liked it. Iraq.
person.
That's
She's
all I
like
remember her for
like a
was
media
Iraq.
person for Fox.
thanks, Mac. Would you say, Bird?
She's a media personality for Fox.
A media personality for Fox?
Yeah. She does like
I
political
don't give a
stuff.
shit about that. I'm saying, who was she in the movie?
She's just the I don't know. She's Cat 10. When she Cat in the movie? Is there a cat in the
Cat?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Cat?
Yeah, who is he? What movie did you see?
Isn't that what they called her?
I don't know. They
Yeah.
might have called her Cat. I don't know. I didn't catch her name. I was too busy staring at her breast.
Oh yeah, that's all I remember her for was because of the titties. That was it. That was it.
Cowboy says the actress, she was hilarious. She was funny. I'm not gonna lie, Alexa's girl. She was funny.
Yeah.
Like she played the role right. She reminded me of that who's that dumb bitch that Wong's fucking with in the MCU?
Oh shit. What's her name? I know who you're talking about.
The little ditzy chick that Wong's fucking with in the MCU now, and she got like 2 Y or without a Y in her name. What's her name? Or something. She was in the She-Hulk show too, I think. Wasn't she?
I don't know.
Tess was shockingly smarter than Lex. I don't know if she was smarter. She was just, that's some grimy shit. He trusted her. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the problem. You trust these women, and then they show you what they could really do. And she had all his dirt and all them selfies.
Yeah, and gave it all up.
To Jimmy Olsen, bruh. To Jimmy Olsen, of all people, he
ain't never got no play in no series, in no other Superman movies. This dude ain't never got no trim. Ever.
Never.
But
not that I heard of.
In this Superman, though, he got somebody that was head over heels.
Got mutant toes. That's why he got her.
Wow. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, yeah. Wow. Mutant toes, yeah. They said she had.
But did they ever even show her toes? I don't remember seeing the bitch's toes.
No, I don't think they did. I hope they do though. If they do a part 2, they should show that hammer time on her feet for sure.
Big old bunion.
Was Tess using Jimmy or Jimmy using Tess? I think both.
Well, at first Jimmy was using Tess, yeah. But by the end of the movie, he was pretty much stuck with her. That was his girl by the end of the movie.
What's funny is that everyone else thought she was hot except for him.
Yeah, that's true.
He couldn't get over the toes.
He's creepy for throwing them girls in a pocket universe for breaking up with him. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work right there. That is crazy work. So Jimmy Olsen, what y'all think of Jimmy?
He was funny. I
He's all
mean,
right.
He's a player, man.
he was cool. Like I said, it was just a plot twist that he was actually getting some action from a female. Because I wasn't used to seeing that with good old Jimmy. I just used to him being like Lois and Clark's like errand boy. They fuck boy. Jimmy. They make him go do, the shit they ain't want to do.
Wasn't
But
he
he
a
was cool.
photographer for them in at the Daily Planet or something? Or just like a junior writer or something. I don't know. I thought he took
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was the one that somehow managed to be nerdier than Clark Kent. That's all I ever really remember about him.
Yeah.
Now, what about their boss? What y'all think about? I forget his name too. The boss of the Daily Planet.
I don't know either.
I thought he was cool. I like that he was kind of riding with his crew. Jimmy Olsen and Lois. Once he found out they had good stories and
I'm
facts.
always remember this dude from the movie Waiting to Exhale. That's what I'm always remember.
I don't.
Oh my god!
I don't remember him
Oh,
in it.
it was horrible. It was horrible. Just trust me. It will go back when you get a chance. Go back and fast forward to his part. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember. I honestly,
no,
I
no,
ain't
he
seen
was
that
cool.
movie
He
in
was
so long.
cool. But like I said,
Yeah.
What?
He was cool.
He was cool. All right.
He's cool.
All right. So for me, this was these two were highlights of the movie too. Like I really enjoyed every time I seen Crypto on screen. But I'm a dog person, so there's that. I'm the primary demographic for this kind of fuckery on screen. I love dogs. I love the dumb shit they do. And Crypto was doing all types of dumb shit in this movie.
Yeah.
And he also was protecting Superman, which I thought was dope. And then you got your boy Gary over here, number 4. If y'all watch the movie, he liked that name Gary.
But the plot twist with Crypto that he was Supergirl's dog in the movie, I thought that was funny too. That Superman was babysitting Crypto.
Yeah, at the Fortress of Solitude, We also got Bradley Cooper, Rocket the Raccoon as Kal-El's father. I forgot Jor-El, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
And I really, whatever building, this is a real building they picked out. Damn, don't that look like the Hall of Justice, bro?
Yeah, it did.
Like,
It did. I thought that was cool. That was cool. And like seeing that, because it just reminded me of the cartoon back in the day. Just seeing it, I was like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise too, because I wasn't expecting to see it. We didn't hear anything about it. So.
yeah, we ain't had no like behind the scenes photos of it or nothing. Now, yeah, when I looked this up, I guess this is a real building. So it makes me wonder, was the Hall of Justice designed to look like this building? Or was this building designed to look like the Hall of Justice? Because they look eerily similar. And then Superman, like I said, man, being sidelined on some of the fights, I don't know, man. It was missing for me a little bit. But Mac, you brought up finding out that Crypto was Supergirl's dog, at the end. And that I like that. That was a good twist at the end, He said, Cooper did not for some reason not take me out of the film. What? You're gonna have to rephrase that. Cooper did not for some reason not take me out of the film.
Put the cup down, sir. Put the cup down.
I did hear Bradley Cooper got some kind of drama or something going on, but I don't know the details of that. I don't know if it's true or not.
Because Because he's playing both sides with Marvel and DC, or in real life, like he in some trouble.
Nah, I don't think Marvel or DC really care about that shit. To be honest,
Yeah, I know that. It just
I
be
don't.
beef.
I don't think they care about sharing actors one bit. But yeah, this was really dope, and I tell you what, I didn't care at all about a Supergirl movie until she walked in playing Supergirl like this, and kind of like that like Will Smith superhero movie. Pause. I'm gonna say it in advance. Pause. Hancock. I said it in advance. I'm gonna say it
Okay,
afterwards.
you good.
Pause.
You good.
But
You good. You good, buddy.
but you know how he would get drunk and do his superhero thing. I think we could see some of that in her movie. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She had to go to a galaxy with the red sun though to actually get drunk.
Yeah, and he knew that. Cowboy loved her soups. Yeah, I never heard of this girl, previous to her casting announcement.
It's that
But
awesome girl.
she's actually fun fact, she's got cock in her name. But anyhow, that's a sidebar.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. That's a nice sidebar there, buddy. She's got
Well,
cock in her name.
you actually pointed it out when I mentioned her casting, so I thought I'd bring it back for our viewers who might have missed that episode. But bro,
Oh shit.
she's dope, and I'm all in on going to see a Supergirl movie, especially with Lobo in it. You know, we already seen behind the scenes that Lobo's gonna be in her movie by Jason Momoa's Lobo. Portrayed by Jason Momoa, so that looks dope. And yeah, I like her. I like her interpretation of Supergirl so far. Stumbling in there, bitching at Superman about her dog and shit. That was dope.
Oh yeah, we found out the damn dog was hers. Like,
So I will say this: I thought the cinematography was great in most of the movie. The only part that I didn't like in this movie, like on screen, was like when they were in that parallel universe that he sent them to, and Superman was like fighting in that like rainbow gravel pit type thing.
Lego type shit. It
Yeah,
was
like
Lego shit.
for me, that was just a visual mess. I couldn't follow what was going on screen. We were sitting really close to the screen. We were like in real close to the front of the theater. It was only seats we could get, and yeah, so it was difficult to even watch that to see what was going on. It was just a visual. It was like visual vomit on the screen to me at that point. So, but besides that kind of thing, I think most of the cinematography was great in this movie. I think the lighting was great. It was a visual spectacle. It was dope. Outside of that, like I said, in that parallel universe, I couldn't really track or follow what was going on in that whole battle scene. And yes, Supergirl was announced before this film. I know we did a show about that. Go back, watch it on yohero. We didn't do a whole show about it, but each show we cover a little bit of news, and then we also do like a big review at the end or something. But yeah, my jaw. Yeah, I was shocked when she showed up because I didn't know she was going to show up in this. I didn't expect her to show up, and I did not know Crypto was her dog.
Yeah.
I thought that was Superman's dog. That's what I always thought in the comics. It was Superman's dog.
Yeah.
So that was a shocker.
He up her dog sitting for his little cousin, or his big cousin.
So for me, like I said, the first two acts, I felt, I said this on our first impressions video. I thought the first two acts were just, yeah, there was some action and stuff, and yeah, he was automatically Superman, but it was just like a little slow and just I don't know. It was hard to follow for me. It was all over the place. The tones were different. Like sometimes I was supposed to take the movie serious. Other times I was supposed to laugh at it. Other times it was like a complete joke. Like I said, with the way the Justice Gang was treating Superman, and everybody was kind of treating Superman really shitty. And I don't know. That that's why this movie didn't meet the mark for me. But I will say this, like on my opinion, I'm willing to go see what's next. I did like a lot of the universe that they built in this. The universe being the Justice Gang. I did like Lois Lane. I didn't necessarily hate this guy as Superman. I just didn't really like the way they wrote him into this movie and how people treated him in this movie. Like he
Like he
wasn't.
was a straight Mitch. They
Yeah,
was
like he.
treating one of the strongest superheroes in DC universe like he was a straight Mitch.
Facts. And that's where this movie for me, I think I rated it a 6. I think I gave it a 6.
Yeah, y'all was generous.
And yeah, and but there was parts I liked about this movie. I would start to like this movie and then they'd make me not like it. Then I would start to like it and then they would throw something in there where I'd be like, "Come on, man." So, but I'm not opposed to seeing the story continue and get better.
Well, I gave it a 5.5, and that was because of Crypto and Mr. Terrific. But that's it.
I think I was. I don't know. I think it's a 7. I mean, it's average. That's my average right there. It's just nothing special. It had some good moments. I wasn't expecting much to begin with, so I mean, it came out better than I thought it was going to.
It came out better than you expected, Bird.
Yeah, I expected way worse, honestly.
See, and I think that's the thing. You went into this with low expectations. And they went a little bit above that for you. For me, I had high expectations, knowing it's a James Gunn movie. It's the first big DC Studios project, and knowing what he's done with superhero content in the past, I was just like, "This is what you did with Superman." Like you basically almost neutered him the whole movie, made him, everyone's Mitch, as Mac put it, and I don't know. Like, but I did like the fact that the universe already had existed. There's superheroes, metahumans in it. There's battles going on. I really wasn't feeling the kaiju scene, the Baby Joey's side story. There was a lot of stuff that just missed the mark for me. It was I think maybe he put too much into this first movie. Too many storylines with the clone Superman, Metamorpho, the kaiju stuff, the Baby Joey stuff. It just, for
It was a
me, I don't
lot.
know. Yeah, the Justice Gang. It was, yeah. So Cowboys gives it a 9.10. I respect, like we said in our first impressions video, movies, this is all subjective. Everyone experiences movies differently. There was people at the theater that loved it, sitting right next to us. When we walked out, I think me and Mac walked out underwhelmed. And Bird was like, it was all right. It was a movie. Need more Hawk Girl, Daily Planet. I'm okay with that. Penny K says 6.5 would be less if it wasn't for crypto. 6.5 is higher than I rated it. So, James Gunn, Superman, I don't know. For me, I was underwhelmed.
Me too.
I mean, there was a lot to see.
I
There
was
was a
like,
lot. There was a lot going on. I'm not saying you're not getting a popcorn experience. When you go see this movie, it's a summer movie popcorn kind of experience. But for me, I just I don't know. Didn't I don't know. I got a high bar for James Gunn and Superman, especially too.
I
And
thought with some things because they did have some decent fight scenes and stuff, but like even that terrific one when when they were showing the energy and her inside that energy bubble and stuff, it got kind of hard to pick out stuff from it sometimes.
it was hard to follow
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah, the action.
yeah. I think that has a lot to do with it too. I mean, that's why it's just kind of average. It's it didn't push anything, and
Do you remember that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 where Peter was fighting Ego when Ego was in human form? And he was like punching him, and they were like going through the gravel like the rocks. It was the same almost scene when he was in that rainbow kind of parallel universe. It was almost the same scene all over again.
and that wasn't
The,
even like anything super powered. Just one of those robo suit guys, whatever, condors or
that
raptors or something.
Yeah, or the Raptors. Yeah, he should have destroyed, and he ended up destroying them all, but he shouldn't have had trouble with them at all. Uh, yeah. So I don't know. I just expected a little bit more focused story from James Gunn on one hero. It's not like he didn't have the whole Guardians to tell a story about. He had one person to focus his story on, Kal-El, and I feel like he kind of missed the mark. Or at least treated him shitty throughout the movie. I don't know. He just
Yeah.
disappointing for me. And this is how I feel about the movie.
Eh.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's true. That's how I feel about it.
I didn't hate it.
Didn't really like it that much either.
That's how I feel about it. So, and that's apparently how Metamorpho felt about it. I mean, I'm in the movie. I'm getting a check.
Fuck it.
I was excited. This was one of the better scenes in the movie we didn't talk about when John Cena popped up. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am happy that this movie's earning, and it's making money for Warner Brothers and DC. So people are going to see it.
They expected a little bit more, but I think they did pretty decent overall.
Money wise, yeah, they did decent for a DC movie.
Yeah, they're doing good money wise, but I movie wise, I don't know. If I wasn't,
Yeah.
But John Cena, he killed his scene in this movie.
Yeah, he's an idiot as that character as Peacemaker. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
he plays it perfect.
He does. He makes a fucking stupid character great. And then to end the show, we did get our first image from the Supergirl, promotional image from Supergirl. So, Mac, you didn't like the phrase look up? It's out of here. It's out of here. It's look out now. Look the fuck out. Supergirl's
That's better. That's better than look up.
That's way better than look up because we're not doing that over here. That's not what we do.
Not at all. Not at all.
She got some kryptonite drink right there just to kind of depower. She gets all fucked up, goes out, crashes into shit.
She's drinking. That is crazy. You pointed that out. She's drinking again, y'all. She's back on off the wagon. That's what she does.
Rehab did not go well for her.
No judgments here.
Yeah, so like I said, there was things I liked about this movie. I liked Supergirl. I liked Mr. Terrific. I liked Crypto. I liked this universe. I like Green Lantern. I wanted to like Superman. I just didn't like him getting treated like a bitch, in the whole movie. So I'm willing to revisit this universe James Gunn, DC Studios universe, and I'm hoping it just gets better and better. You know. So that's our review, y'all. I appreciate everybody jumping in the chat. We appreciate everybody who jumped in the chat. So shout out to G. Shout out to C. Jones. Cat.
Q. Whoop.
Q.
Cash.
Fresh Montana. A-Ron.
Oh, the whole gang was talking shit, huh?
Oh, yeah. Cranium Gaming hopped in the chat. Shout out to you. Cowboys fan, you kept the chat popping all night. We appreciate all your input, everything you got to say. We appreciate your opinion on the movie too, bro. And Penny K always hopping in the chat and supporting us. If y'all haven't, please hit like on the stream. If you haven't, please subscribe. Come back. We're gonna do more shows. We're gonna talk about more, pop culture stuff in general, superhero stuff, superhero reviews. Talk about trailers. Let's just talk about this yohero stuff, And then we got Fantastic Four on the way, so y'all know we're gonna do a first impressions video on that. We're gonna do a dope review on that, dope breakdown. So come jump in the chat with us on that, and on our next show, right here on Yo
Hero, cuz.